What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about two different cryptos today. Two cryptos that I watch regularly. I'm paying attention to them because I think they have immense potential for growth. The first one that we're going to talk about today is Telcoin. The second one is Soon Network, Soon token. We're talking about both these coins because they're down a tremendous amount today compared to the average altcoin, and I think that they're at good areas to buy. Now, with that being said, and again, first we're going to talk about Telcoin, then we will talk about Soon, okay? Soon Network. First and foremost, I want to say that while we could find support here, it is possible that we do go lower. It is very possible that we do go lower, and I think that we do. But I want to talk about that. Okay, so hit the like button, subscribe, and let's get into it. On a daily time frame, let's go on a 4-hour time frame. It might make more sense. You know, we saw Telcoin pop. We talked about it down here and said it probably does go up. We might even see higher highs, but we told people it probably does go up from here. But don't buy that. Don't FOMO because we likely do drop. Down here, we were saying it's going to go up. Up here throughout this whole time, we've been calling for a drop, and well, here's the drop now. Now I'm saying not that it's the most opportunistic moment to buy, but it's a much better opportunity to buy here than I think it would have been here even, right? Because if you bought here and then it pumps, maybe you buy more, you know, like it might have been a good opportunity to buy here, to be fair, you know, and I did say if you bought here, you would make some money, but even if it did go up, it likely pulls back to prices that are lower because if we take a low here to a high, and not the fake out high, but the actual high. The 382 is down here at about 00467. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we pulled back to that level. Now, we are just above the 236. If we were to take this high for what it is, it's the fake out high. I don't normally take that, but we're like right at the 236 now. It is possible that we find support here around the 236, but just understand if we get below 0054, the statistical probability that we go to 00467 or lower is tremendous. Okay, it's tremendous. Typically, with the 382, you will either bounce right off of it or you will wick just below it and then close above it and then move up. So prices that are below 00467 do not scare me. They do not make me think we have lower to go. Maybe we do, but a break below that is not enough. You have to close. If we close below the 382 for 2 4-hour candles in a row, then I would be concerned that we do go to 0041 or lower. Okay. And by the way, even if we do go all the way down here to the golden ratio at 0037, that's fine. Prior resistance, you can find support there. That's fine. Find support there and then move up. It's still a higher low overall. Okay, you could do that. This is crypto. Crypto's volatile, you guys. Let's look at the short-term stuff and then we'll zoom out. Okay, looking at the 1-hour time frame, the RSI is breaking down. It looks pretty sad. You are in a bit of a downtrend, right? Lower lows, lower highs here. I didn't draw that the best, but you can see what I'm going for. We'll probably bounce, come back down, and maybe form some bullish divergence. To form bullish divergence, that would imply then that you need lower prices. So maybe we bounce, we come down, we form some bullish divergence. That could be right at our 236 level, right? From a low to a high. I mean, maybe we bounce right at that 236. We're pretty close now. I'm just going to say it. I really do think that right now, just looking at the charts, statistically speaking, we're probably very likely to go to 00467. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Don't let me stop you from buying here at a great discount from what it was recently. But if you wait, I think if you wait like maybe till this weekend is over, till this coming weekend, you might get an opportunity to buy just below these lows. And that's what I think is going to happen, okay? 1-hour time frame, looking at the indicators beyond just the RSI. The stochastics are bearish. The MACD is bearish. Breaking below the zero, building bearish momentum. 4-hour time frame, RSI is beat to all hell, man. Lower lows here, and you broke out of your downtrend to the downside. You had a downtrend and you broke out of it to the downside. You had a wedge and then you broke out of it to the downside. Wedges, patterns do exist on the RSI, right? You've got wedges here. Wedges are a lot more common. Triangles and channels are a lot more common on the RSI. But we broke out of this one to the downside. Here you are at the oversold zone. Same area that you found support at before. You found support in this area before. You can go lower. Maybe we do find support right here, right now. But regardless if we do or don't, we still probably have lower to go. Stochastics suggests we have lower to go. The MACD is kind of interesting, because here it suggests you might have a little lower to go, but you could be in a position to bounce here at the zero. Typically, the MACD likes to find support at the zero, and just like here, you can go a little bit below. So lower to go, but maybe not much. And from here to there, I mean, it's really not much in all consideration, right? All things considered. Plus, you could make that move. You could see that low and then rapidly recover and close up here, and then your MACD does hold that zero support. So from a time perspective, I would think between now and the next 5 days, it's the 20th now, between now and the 25th, we should find our low. Maybe it's today, who knows? But between now and the next 5 days, we should find our low, again, just below these lows. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. Daily time frame, zooming out here, bearish divergence at the top, selling off, cool off, whatever, bullish looks on all fronts. I love that the MACD crossed above the zero. I love that you're getting overbought. I love that the stochastics are getting overbought, and consistently you're not just getting in and out, you're actually like staying up here, which is nice. But a little bit of a retracement. Okay, it's pretty common to do. We are consolidating here just below these high points here. Okay, these points, if we look at it on a weekly time frame, it'll be more obvious. This is why we were so adamant about not buying here, because this area, it might not be the exact highest points of resistance, but it's a point where we've clearly, since November of last year, found resistance, right? Like imagine you bought Telcoin at any price, right? And then you sold it. The best times to sell would have been here or higher, right? Like basically where this hit and higher for the last year. So it was an easy call to make, right? But now what we're looking for is a little bit of something different. We're looking for, instead of a lower low, we're looking for a higher low, right? From all of these high points here, you got a low. Here you got a lower low. Here you got a lower low, right? You might have had a higher high or whatever, who cares? But every single time provides a lower low. We're looking for different behavior. Why? Because different behavior begets different results. And we are thinking that Telcoin, I am thinking that Telcoin is in an overall cumulative phase, kind of parabolic in structure here. And we're likely going to see something that extends past this high to the next target area. If we take that into consideration, we take this high to low here, you went all the way up to your 1414 area. By comparison there, if we were to go, and we are assuming that the low is in with like last 2 weeks, that low price there. If we went just above the 1414 last time, and actually I want to do one better. Okay, we did the high to low here, right? And we went just above the 1414 there. Okay, high to low there. So might we go to this 1414 as well? That's all the way up at 2.5 cents. But I want to take this one as well. I want to take this high to low and just see where did we go? Went up to the 1618. If we take the scam wick, you still went up to the 1618. So somewhere around there. Between the 1414 and the 1618 is a likely target, and that's at about 2.5 to 3.5 cents. We're barely above half a cent right now. So understand that. Again, don't let me stop you from buying, because right here is a perfect price to buy, I think, if you're holding for the long term. You might have to sit through some pain, but it's probably a good time to buy if you're holding for like the next month and a half or longer. The next target, the next zone that we're going to is anything from probably a 350% move to a 550% move, where we will consolidate just below our all-time highs and then likely proceed to break out further than that. I do assume that Telcoin is on a path to fantastically higher prices. We're going to see prices above $1 by the end of the cycle. We're not even worth a cent right now. So is it a good time to buy Telcoin over the coming days? Maybe not. Over the coming months, yeah. The short-term stuff doesn't really matter compared to this move up. So just a thought there. Anyways, that's Telcoin. Let's talk about Soon, and then we'll wrap this video up. I want to look at the weekly time frame real quick. Nothing really to see here. Okay, we're going to talk about Soon, and then we'll wrap this video up. Soon is down 30%. 30%, man. We were advocating for the buy here at like $1.30, and now we're down 30% today. That's crazy. To be completely fair, though, we advocated for the buy here, we advocated for the buy here, and here, and here as well. We advocated for the sell up here, we advocated for the sell up here, we advocated for the sell up here as well. So advocating for the buy here, we're kind of due, right? It looked perfect. It looked like it was in perfect trajectory, but we're kind of due to be wrong. Plus, I think the rest of the market dumping probably has a large degree of something to do with this. We're down 30% today. We're not just down 30% today. We're down, you guys, from a high to a low. We're down 84%. This thing is so. This is crypto. This is crypto. This is volatility. This is what we live for. And I'm not saying that this is the best long-term hold. Clearly, with this kind of volatility, it's not the best long-term hold, but there's some speculative plays and money to be made off of things like this, right? Soon here, and not financial advice, not a financial advisor, no matter what you're investing in, short-term, long-term, I don't care. You should be aware of what it is and what it does, okay? So look up Soon, do your research, okay? Go ahead and figure out what it is that they do. Do your fundamental analysis. I'm not going to give it to you here. I've already done those videos for Soon Network. I don't care for them much. I don't feel like I'm as well versed at talking fundamentals as I am technicals. I can make a fundamental video. It's just I have to have like a script. I have to jot down things. That's not how I like to do it. I like to just talk free form. And to talk freeform about any project, you have to like know the ins and outs. And I don't know the ins and outs of this project, but I did do the fundamentals. I know what it is, what it represents. I want you to check out the white paper, read the website, figure out for yourself if it's something that you'd be interested in investing in. 87 cents now, $257 million market cap. It says it couldn't find any data, but that's just because my internet's slow. So coin market cap's fine. It's nothing to do with that. 257 market cap is a low market cap. Again, remember, $257 million market cap. You guys, this thing hit $1 billion or more like a week ago. And it likely goes higher than that. Okay, it likely does go higher than that. This thing can be worth several billions of dollars, tens of billions of dollars by the end of the cycle. If it were to be worth 25 billion, that's a 100x from here. Okay, and as of right now, since the low points of where we were talking about it, we're up 473%. You saw an overall, dude, like 36x move. Soon is the only thing that's like outperforming Zcash. Or maybe it's not outperforming Zcash. Yeah. Since August, I think it is outperforming Zcash, and nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about it. Probably because they're not being paid to talk about it, right? People get paid to talk. Not that they're getting paid to talk about Zcash. Zcash is an OG coin. Maybe some people are being paid to talk about it, but these low market cap coins that are kind of under the radar, when they're pumping like this and you're not aware of it, it's because they're not paying people to shill the project. They're just growing organically, or maybe mechanically. This is kind of mechanical. I must admit, it doesn't look organic to me, but without the sponsorship and the shilling of other YouTubers. I'm getting on a whole different tangent. I want to talk about this. The main reason why I wanted to talk about Soon is I just think it's at a massive discount. 84% discount in the past week. And I mean, from the same price, one day later, not even, we were all the way up to here. We're at 84 cents, 85 cents right now. We were all the way up at $3. I mean, dude, just on the speculation alone, you could put in $10. Who cares if we drop more? If this thing pumps at any given moment, you can just sell and then put it into any of the plethora of cryptos that are on discount right now. I'm actually heavily considering buying some Soon, but it's not available on every exchange, right? Soon is available on Kraken. It's available on Bybit and Binance. You're not available on Coinbase. You can buy it on MEXC. If you have a VPN, you can probably access it. But if you're in America, you'd probably go through Kraken. That'd be your best bet. Or I think you can find it on DEXs as well, like through wallets, through crypto wallets and stuff like that, like Phantom. But I think on the speculation alone, let alone the fact that I do believe Soon, the token, not the time frame, but the Soon token will see higher prices. I do believe that we'll see a $7.50, a $12 price, $10 price, and beyond by the end of the cycle. While I do believe all that is true, I think, putting some money in here and then just selling on principle at 100% gains or 200% gains, you have a serious opportunity here. This thing could go lower, right? It could go tremendously lower, down to 51 cents. You're at 85 cents now, and before it does that, it goes to 250. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's got that volatility in it. So, but dropping this much in that short of a time, I would very much advise caution. It's a low market cap coin. Don't go betting the farm on this. This is just a speculative play here, and I'm throwing it on here because, if you're investing in Telcoin, or if you're interested in Telcoin, you're probably the type of person. You're either one of two people. One, you're the type of person who has been aware of Telcoin. You're aware of the fundamentals, and you know that it's going to go places. Two, you've recently become accustomed to Telcoin because it pumped. If you're the type of person to chase pumps, that's why I'm mentioning Soon, so that hopefully you cannot chase a pump. You can be a part of one soon enough. But I don't really have anything else I want to say. There's no really TA that we can do with this thing. I mean, we can. There's hidden bullish divergence, but again, this chart's so sporadic and chaotic. It's so mechanical. I would just say, if I were buying Soon here, and I am considering buying some Soon here, I would accept the fate of whatever the drop is and not look at it. Just wait for your time when it does pump, because it will pump. It will come back. And again, I'm very confident that this project comes back because of the fundamentals, because of what it is. Do your research. You might be convinced as well, right? I highly advise that. Anyways, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. And again, the advice that I gave when I said I highly advise is that you do your own research, not that you buy this token. If you want to buy this token, that's up to you. It's just my opinion that it's a good investment. I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, but I think that's obvious. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.